Helium Spot. Ethan, great to have you on. How you doing today?
How's it going, guys? Good.
Did you follow the playoffs, by the way? I know obviously you're not up with the big league club yet,
Yeah,
soon,
yeah, no,
but
I
did you
was
follow
watching
what
every
just
game.
happened? What'd you
Yeah,
think?
I was watching. It was rough ending, but the boys they played hard and they showed out, so I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was
So
fun.
Ethan,
Obviously fun team to follow there. Go ahead, JJ.
yeah. So Ethan, you've had a long season, and I say that catchers obviously it's the hardest job in baseball. Here you are, you keep it going. You're doing the Arizona Fall League. How's it gone? Do you feel like for you so far? But I guess even more importantly, where are you hoping to get out of your month in the AFL?
Yeah, no, I've long year definitely. Body's holding up really good. I feel really strong. Um, just gonna go keep playing. Was really excited for this extra month of baseball. Obviously, I finished the year strong, and I just wanted to keep carrying that on. Um, and yeah, just bring it into the fall league, come with the same confidence, the same drive, and the same like love for the game that I had at the end of the year, and just go keep performing, keep having fun, try to win.
Like you said, you kind of had a strong finish. Did it feel like it's like, hey, I'm glad that this isn't ending yet. That that I can keep kind of my 24 going.
Exactly. Yeah, that was my exact thought process. I was like, dang, like I started getting hot towards the end of the year, and I was like, dang, like why does the season have to end now? We can't just keep playing, but it is what it is. And thankfully, I have this extra month of games, and just gonna come out, meet all the guys, and oh god, just keep enjoying the games and having fun with it.
Hey, have you gotten to speak to some of the big leaguers on this current Padres team? And if so, who? And anything specific that you can point out that you guys have talked about? Obviously, there's quite a few big name players on that ball club.
Yeah, no, I haven't talked to a lot of the guys. I talked to Jackson a little bit the other day. No, just catching up. He's probably gonna come out here watch a couple of the games, but no, just talking to him a little bit, just catching up. Nothing really too into depth.
So Ethan, I'm old. I remember a little bit, but seeing your dad play in Macon many years ago, and you grew up in a baseball family. What if like what was that like? Kind of coming up, like having having a dad, having a brother also, but having a family where there's others who kind of know the path, who kind of know what you're going through.
It's huge. It's really good because I can learn from them and learn like talk about them, talk with them about their experiences because they've gone through what I've been going through, and no, just having those people there who get you and are there to talk baseball with you. I think it's really good, and we just pick each other's brains and learn from each other's experience. And yeah, I mean that's been a huge part for me, just picking their brains and how can we all help each other because we've all been through the same process. So I think that helps a lot. It's a big advantage I have.
So Ethan, you see, you're around him a little bit last year in spring training and your time in big league camp. You see Jackson Merrill break camp, go on to have all the success and kind of become one of the guys in the lineup, both in the regular season and also have a lot of success in the postseason. How does that, excite, encourage, motivate you as you continue to climb through pro ball and, you see a homegrown talent from, the Padres system be able to contribute in such a, I guess, productive way for the big league club?
Yeah, I know it's exciting. It just shows like how fast things happen in baseball. I was with them on the same team last year in Double A, and like things can just happen so fast. So it kind of goes to show like you're not really that far away, no matter like what level you're at. And I'm just really excited just to get up there, obviously, and contribute in the way he has, and just the energy that he's brought to that clubhouse and stuff he's taught me. Just being around him it shows, and I'm glad that he got to show it this year in the big leagues and have a huge impact. So yeah.
What did you think, Ethan, when you saw that he was going to be playing in center field for San Diego in spring training? We were all like, wow. I mean, that's interesting. Let's see how it goes. And then it looks like he's been doing it for a long time. Maybe easier for you to be able to say, hey, I knew he was going to be good wherever. But I mean, it's just so rare to see a rookie infielder go to the outfield and play among, the best center field we saw this year.
Yeah, no, I saw him. I saw him at the end of the year in Double A last year, and he was working like taking reps in left field and stuff. But you can tell he's a good athlete. San Diego does a really good job at like finding good athletes and keeping them athletic, not just sticking them to one position and stuff. So, yeah, it was no shock. Dude's a freak athlete, and I think he can do it anywhere on the field, honestly. So, not really a surprise to me.
So, Ethan, as a catcher in the AFL, it's kind of a unique situation. AFL teams obviously are kind of all-star teams, from all different kind of players from different organizations and all coming together. As a catcher, you've got to make that bond. You've got to have that connection, work with the pitchers, and usually during the season, you're working with your guys that you've been with since spring training and all that.
Yeah.
How do you do that? How do you make those connections when you're kind of working with guys who you meet on a Tuesday and you might be catching them on a Thursday?
Yeah, no, just honestly, just getting to meet everyone, like remembering their names, what they do, what they like, what they don't like, just talking to them, and building a relationship with these guys because these are guys you're gonna play. I'm gonna play with or against for many years to come. So, just yeah, building relationships with them, just getting to know them as people first, and then going on to the baseball side of things. It's just having that communication between each other and yeah, going out to work. These guys are good. They know they're good. I know what they're I know they're here to do a job and we just go work.
As a catcher also, like there's so much with the game. There's always has been. Catching, there's so much to it. But what have you as a pro? I mean, again, you came out, everyone I remember watching your first spring training, just how quiet your hands were, how smooth you received. But what have you had to work on? What have you had to try to improve? Because again, the every time you jump a level, the expectations go up behind the plate. But what's different for you now than it was when you were coming into say spring training, two springs ago?
I think that part, just the game management side of things, like building that building that sense of like I know like it's like a chess game, trying to treat it as like a chess game, like trying to anticipate things before they happen. Um, can we get out of this jam? How do we make innings smaller? Not have such long innings and stuff like that. Just like being a better game manager and like a great just like I can see the game, like being able to see the game through all eyes of the field. I think that's been one of the things I've been having to work on. But when it comes down to like receiving and throwing and all that stuff, I think I have it. Now it's just putting it all together with the game management side of things.
In the same breath of improvements and adjustments this time at the dish, JJ touched on it earlier, but you had a really strong finish to the season and it really picked up, I'd say, after the Futures game. What, if any, specific mechanical tweak? Because it seemed like in August and throughout to finish out the year, you started driving the baseball more, tapping into some more impact. Was there anything specific that you maybe tweaked or unlocked, or was it just kind of added reps and getting your feet under you a little bit?
Yeah, I started standing a little taller, got my hands up a little bit, and just starting to think like down on the ball and obviously using my leverage. Working with the guys in San Diego, the guys we have here, helped me a lot during the season and like trying to get out of a rut. So and definitely like the confidence, just like believing in yourself more, definitely helped too. So yeah.
Ethan, your name has popped up for years, not just for the talent on the field, but the age. You played your first pro game at 16 years old. Obviously, you're playing a lot of ball at 17, now 18, against players that are older than you. How was that when you first crack a pro game? You're 16, you're the age of many high school sophomores
Yeah.
across the country, and you're playing with adults. How was that for you forget like the competition on the field, but just from being around adults? I know that's still younger kids, but like you're really young when you first cracked the pros. That's what stood out.
Yeah, like I've been around clubhouses and stuff. I know how guys are. I've always been around an older crowd. I've never really hung out a lot with guys my age. So I've always kind of been around that environment and like just going to the field and trying to have fun. Like not treating it like I'm any different or like I'm less than any of the other guys just because I'm younger. Um, just trying to go out and show out, you know.
Did you get a lot of jokes on that front though, where it's like, "Hey,
Yeah,
the baby's here"? I mean, you had to have some of that, which you have fun with,
definitely. Yeah,
right?
I'm definitely. Everyone calls me kid around the clubhouse. Hey, like, hey, if you can give me a ride. Like, I didn't have my car when I first came in. I didn't have a license when I first came into pro ball. It's just like little things like that I kind of struggled with. But no, definitely in the stadiums, it's funny sometimes, like just hearing what the fans say, like chirps and stuff, but calling me a kid and stuff on the field. But it's just what comes with it.
How much do you feel like? I mean, you kind of had the choice of the paths here, right? Like you grew up in the states and also overseas as well. Like if you had gone through the draft, you would be going into your senior year of your draft year right now of high
Yeah,
school, not but high school. Here you are. You've got 2 full seasons of minor league ball under your belt, playing in the AFL. You've been teammates with big leaguers who are starring in the postseason. How crazy has it been the last couple of years to think like, hey, how much kind of ahead you kind of got yourself here.
I mean, yeah, it's been cool. It's definitely been cool who I've been to share the clubhouse with. Um, but yeah, just trying not to act any different, just be myself, and knowing that I'm gonna be there pretty soon. I mean, I'm just trying to create good relationships with all the guys I know I'm gonna be teammates with soon in my career. So I'm just trying to be one of the guys.
All right, so Ethan, let's finish with this. First off, my colleague over at Foul Territory, Eric Kratz, says he wants you to tell your father hello because I guess they were teammates or something. Whatever, they know each other well. But also on that note, there's a Milwaukee connection. So, was your roommate? Was it this past year, Kai Murphy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so were you like a secondary Brewers fan, just to at least root for Kai's dad, who's been in
Definitely,
the game for such a long time, gets to finally take over the manager gig. So, what was it like to experience Kai following the Brewers and his father, who waited a long time to be a skipper and had a really successful year?
Yeah, no, Kai's the man, dude. Me and him would watch all the Brewers games after our games. We'd sit there on the iPad and watch the Brewers games, and he'd call his dad and they'd talk about the games and stuff. But no, it was pretty cool, like watching what his dad can do and like how he carries himself. Like that guy's a true pro. Like Kai's a true pro. He's a dog. Like he balls out. So I love being around Kai. He's the man.
I love that. Yeah, his dad's hilarious too. He's been on Foul Territory quite a bit. Really funny guy. Just yeah, he's done a lot in the sport for a long time. So good son to hang out with, who also has, of course, a ton of experience in the game, being around big leaguers. Well, Ethan, this was awesome, man. Really great to have you on here. A lot of people wanted to hear from you. Hope you're enjoying it out there, and we'll talk to you down the line. Okay.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. Thanks for having me.